Well, it was 1988, the last time Barren County and Woodford County met on the gridiron in a playoff game. And tonight, after 31 years, the two schools meet again, this time in the Trojan Trail Turf War Bowl. Hi, everybody. This is Jay Turner, along with John Butler, Robert Bauer, and Chad Withrow from Trojan Field. Glad you're with us on this late Friday night. The first game of the Trojan Trail Turf War Bowl just saw Monroe County defeat Hart County 40-22. Last week, Coach Jackson Arnett's Trojans opened the 2019 season with a 48-6 victory at Metcalfe County. It was the first season opening win for the Trojans since 2015 and the most points scored by a Trojan football team since 2013. Trojan running back Tyler Bush scored 3 touchdowns, while South Warren transfer Marquise Holloway had 2 touchdowns. Jackson Coots and Gavin Withrow scored 1 apiece as the Trojans tallied 503 yards of offense with 311 on the ground. Sophomore quarterback Jameson Bowie was 6 of 7 through the air for 192 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Tyler Bush had 8 rushes for 79 yards and those 3 touchdowns. Holloway 7 carries, 166 yards, and 2 TDs. And Withrow scored 1 for 33. In receiving, Tyler Bush 3 receptions, 103 yards and a touchdown. And Jackson Coots scored a touchdown on 57 yards. Aiden Nyken was 4 of 6 in extra points, and Jake Gill and Easton Frazier led in the tackle department. Gill had 8 tackles, and Frazier had 7. Woodford County Yellowjackets from Versailles, Kentucky, lost their season opener to Lincoln County last week, 21-14. They're coached by Dennis Johnson. The Yellowjackets play in Class 5A District 7 and is predicted to finish 3rd behind Madison Southern and Collins, with East and West Jessamine to finish behind Woodford County. The Yellowjackets are 8-37 under Dennis Johnson, finishing 2-9 last year, 0-11 2 years ago. They've had only 1 winning season since 2007, when Woodford County went 6-4 in 2011. The Yellowjackets' 2 wins last year were against Rockcastle County 63-20 and West Jessamine 14-12. They lost to Covington Catholic in the 5A playoffs 49-0. Woodford County was outscored by their opponents last season by an average of 41-24, and no team in Woodford County's district had a winning season last year. Madison Southern finished 2-9, along with the Yellowjackets, with Collins going 1-10, and East and West Jessamine both ended up with a 4-7 record. Outside the district this year, the Yellowjackets will face Bourbon County, Great Crossing, new school in Scott County, Franklin County, and North Oldham. And Great Crossing Warhawks, a new school in the Georgetown, Scott County area, lost to Scott County last week 72-7. In their game against Lincoln County last week, it was 84 yards rushing, 196 passing for 280 yards. Lincoln County had 196 yards total, 69 on the ground, 127 through the air. Bryce Patterson, who's the quarterback for the Yellowjackets, 17 of 26 last week, 1 interception, 196 yards and a touchdown, ran for 39 yards on 9 attempts and scored a TD. The wide receiver Skylar Johnson, 8 receptions, 140 yards and a touchdown. Johnson also was a leading tackler last week with 6 tackles. So an easy win last week for the Trojans over 2A Metcalfe County. So what about tonight, taking on a 5A school in Woodford County? John, a little more competitive game, don't you think?
I would think so. Yes, I think you'll see Woodford County obviously has more numbers than Metcalfe, and they're going to have considerably more speed than Metcalfe and an actual size up front. I mean, it's so yeah, it should be a much more competitive game. I know nothing about Woodford County other than just what you said, and but they are 8-37 in their last 5 years, and they do play in an area of football. It's good football. Woodford County borders Lexington, so they're in that area up there. But 8-37 is 8-37. Now we do not have a winning record either. But I was impressed with how we played last week. I thought we played well for our first game. I was extremely impressed with our quarterback for his first start. We had explosive plays from several people. The Holloway transfer really adds a new dimension to our team. So this is a game that's clearly very, very winnable. I mean, that's obviously Woodford County will give us some challenges, but it's a game that, if you just think about it, we invited them to our bowl game. So I would think we thought we have you're not going to invite a team to your bowl game that you think you have no shot at.
Right.
So clearly we think we have a shot, but in the same sense, I'm sure Woodford County is going to come this far too. They think they have a chance as well. So, you're not. The game won't start till 10:30 Woodford County time. That's exactly right. I mean, this is that first game tonight took forever. There were 30 penalties, a lot of delays due to cramps and so forth, and so this is going to be a late one. Never know how those dynamics, what that does, but I think it'll probably be a good football game.
And, Robert, for the second week in a row, we got two sophomore quarterbacks in the lineup. Bowie, of course, for Barren County, had 192 yards last week in his starting debut.
Yeah, Patterson had 196, so both of them had extremely good debuts, and John's already said how impressed he was with Jamison. I thought he was excellent, and he made some big throws under pressure and really stepped up his game and led us to a great offensive night. And he's going to have to do that again. They've got a quarterback that threw for almost 200. They got a receiver that caught 140 yards worth of passes. So, rushing-wise, we were impressive last week. So we had everything firing last week. I don't think there's anything you can really look at as a negative. But how does it translate to a team that steps it up in class a little bit? We look at their record as 8-37, and we have to say this: our record's not much better over the last 5 years. So they see that coming in here, and they think this is a winnable game. They wouldn't come this far either if they didn't think they could, come out of here with a win. So it works both ways. It should be a very competitive football game. There's a lot of hype around our performance last week, and hopefully we can carry that over. Big crowd. Hopefully they'll stay late with us, and we'll give them something to cheer about tonight.
Let's go down to the sideline. Chad Withrow is down there with us in the McDonald's sideline report. And, Chad, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, I've told people I think it'll be a close game. Both teams kind of mirror each other down here on the sideline. Woodford's got quite a few players. We do too, and they've got some big kids. And it'll be a tough game for us, but I just hope we come out ready to play. That's the thing. If we come out ready to play, we'll be right there at the end, I believe.
Yes, again, 31 years ago, Barren County took on Woodford County in a Class 3A playoff game here at Trojan Field. Trojans lost that game 21-7 after Coach Jerry Eubank team won the district that year. And there were only 4 classes, John, in high school football in Kentucky back then.
The way it should be today.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's just the way I feel, and I think a lot of people have a similar view. 6 classes, way too many, and 4 classes is about right. That may be one too many in my personal view.
Right. Well, we're still 17 and a half minutes away from the Trojans and Woodford County. This pregame report is brought to you by Zaxby's. The Zensation is back for a limited time. Get the Zalad or the Zensation filet sandwich meal for only $7.99. It also includes an egg roll. Head to Zaxby's after the game tonight if they're still open. I mean, it's going to be late getting out of here, but nevertheless, go by Zaxby's when you can. More of our pregame coverage coming up here from Trojan Field as the Trojan Trail Turf War with Barren County taking on Woodford County in the second game tonight. We'll be getting some final scores in. We'll talk about some of those games around the area that are already completed due to our game starting so late this evening. But we'll be back with more in a moment. You're listening to the Trojan football action here on 103.7 Nash Icon. CRTC's fast and reliable internet speeds today. For the Woodford County Yellowjackets, under head coach Dennis Johnson in his 5th year. Of course, Dennis played high school ball at Harrodsburg and went on to Kentucky. They will start at left tackle. Cameron Helton, 6'2", 225, and a sophomore. Left guard is Luke Hill, 6'3", 250, a sophomore. Lucas Bracado is the center, 6'2", 234, a senior. Sam Schrader, right guard, 5'11", 210, a senior. Dagan Bush is the right tackle, 6'3", 275, and a senior. Skylar Johnson, one of the wide receivers, 6'3", 180, a senior. Clinton Brown, 6'4", 170, a senior. The wingbacks are Coy Hayes, 6'2", 175, and a junior. Malik Richardson is 5'9", 165, junior. Fullback is J.D. Alexander, 6'2", 225, and a junior. Quarterback is Bryce Patterson, 6'1", 175, and a sophomore. On defense for Woodford County, defensive ends are J.D. Alexander along with Grant Garrison, 6', 215, a sophomore. Lucas Bracado is the tackle. Nose guard is Dakota Hobbs, 6'1", 275, and a freshman. The linebackers are Dylan Duncan, 6'1", 215, a sophomore. Jackson Geiler, 5'8", 180, a sophomore. Corey Walton, 6', 185, and a senior. Rodrell Dryden is 6'5", 180, and a senior. The corners are Clinton Brown along with Sidney Mudd, 6'4", 155, senior, and Skylar Johnson is the free safety. Lineup for the Barren County Trojans under third-year head coach Jackson Arnett. His assistant coaches are Tommy Muse, Chad Perkins, Denny Brand, Victor Coleman, James Combs, Nick Compton, Jacob London, Kelly Maxey, Ty McMurtry, and Lincoln Arnett. On offense for the Trojans tonight, starting on the line for Barren County will be Hunter Wilson, 5'9", 175, junior. Easton Frazier, 5'10", 206, a senior. Cody Rogers, 5'11", 229, and a senior. Jordan Riddle, 5'9", 157, a senior. And Campbell Ross at 5'10", 184, a senior. The receivers are Tyler Bush, 5'11", 168, a senior. Gage Allen, 6'2", 165, sophomore. Jamarcus Miley, 5'11", junior. Karsten Chelson, 5'10", and a senior. Marquise Holloway is the running back, 6 foot senior. Jamison Bowie is the quarterback at 5'10", and a sophomore. The kicker is Aiden Nyken, 6'4", 185, and a sophomore. On defense for the Trojans tonight, Campbell Ross will be on the line along with Corbin Murphy, 6'2", 200, a junior. Carmelo Francis, 6'1", 265, and a sophomore. And Joe Bradshaw, 5'9", junior. Easton Frazier is a linebacker along with Jake Gill, 5'11", 155, and a senior. Peyton Schartzer, 5'10", 133, senior. And defensive backs Tyler Bush, Jackson Coots, 5'10", 127, a senior. Jeremy Green, a 5'10", junior. And Landon Neal, a 5'7", junior. And that's the lineups brought to you by SCRTC. We'll have more of the Zaxby's pregame report here from Turf War Bowl continues in just a moment. You're following Trojan football on 103.7 Nash Icon. Glasgow beats Russellville 56-0. Down at Russellville tonight, Taylor County at LaRue County. Taylor County wins 34-13. And late in the fourth quarter, Breckenridge County at Metcalfe County. Breckenridge County leads 22-16. Got any other scores there?
A lot of people already posted. North Hardin beat E-Town tonight, 20-13. North Hardin, obviously a new team in our district. Grayson County beat Nelson County 49-0. There'll be a lot more populated. I'd say we're probably going to be the last game in the state by the time the night's over.
Yep. Logan County won.
Logan County 59-0 over Muhlenberg.
Okay. All right. Had the German American Bank Bowl at WKU tonight. Warren East against South Warren in the first game.
That's a final 50-6 South Warren.
And then second game tonight, Warren Central against Greenwood.
It could be a good one.
Yeah.
Warren Central put up 56 and lost last week.
Yeah, 66-56.
That's correct.
Adair County's at Campbellsville tonight. Louisville Shawnee at Caverna. We'll be getting some finals in from those.
Caverna's ahead, like 27-7.
Over Louisville Shawnee. Okay. Clinton County at Clay County, Tennessee. Butler County at Edmondson County. Hancock County at Louisville Fairdale. Of course, Hancock's a new team on the schedule. Todd Central at Fort Knox. Meade County at Franklin Simpson. Russell County at Greene County. Bowling Green at McCracken County. And then tomorrow is the Boyle County Rebel Bowl, which Allen County Scottsville takes on Mercer County. So I think that's, unless you've got some other finals there, that's the list of games going on tonight.
We'll almost be able to do the scoreboard show at points tonight. There's going to be so many finals.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We may do Saturday's games.
We may run into Saturday before we get out of here. Captains are going to be meeting here in just a moment. There goes the Barren County captains. They're going to be in gray tonight with burgundy helmets. Burgundy numbers outlined in gold. And we'll wait for the coin toss coming up here in just a minute. Brought to you by Glasgow Coin and Jewelry, home of the Magic Man, turning your gold or silver into cash. And the officials for tonight's game, sponsored by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. They are referee. The umpire is Jeff Morgan. The linesman is Dennis Owens. Line judge Brandon Davis. And A.J. Hanner is the back judge tonight. The Yellowjackets will be in white with yellow helmets. I guess that's black numbers. I'm colorblind,
yes.
So it's hard to tell.
Black numbers trimmed in yellow.
All righty. And we'll wait for the captains to go out. Chad Withrow is already out on the field, and we'll take it to him for a coin toss here in just a minute. We'll remind you that we'll have the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Kickoff at our first quarter of action, sponsored by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. So,
uniform-wise, this would be a difficult go tonight to figure out who Woodford County looks like and even we look like.
Yeah, that is true. It's hard to see that burgundy on gray from way up here. All right, let's go down to Chad Withrow. He's got the coin toss for tonight.
Both teams are exchanging pledgeries before the coin flip. We're about ready to get it going right here.
All right, gentlemen, big captains of your team tonight. You got a couple things to keep in mind for me. You need to stay in charge and control of your team when you're on the field with them. Somebody gets upset or out of control, if you get to them and calm them down before we do, might save yourself some yardage in that situation, okay? We have a flag tonight. At the end of the play, we're going to come to the opposing team and tell you why it was thrown and give you your options for assessment. During the spirit of time, you can, and I recommend you look toward the sideline to get help from your coaching staff. Cannot call a timeout in the spirit of time. We have need for a measurement tonight. You have one captain of each team coming to witness the measurement. This occurs, remember the ball only has to reach the end of the chains. Okay? All right, White, you're my visiting team. Number 2 is going to call my toss. Have a National Federation of High School coin. We use as heads. Tails is marked tails. If you would please call it in the air. We'll do it again. Call it tails, and it is tails.
Woodford County won the toss, and they will defer, so Barren will be receiving the kickoff.
All right, we'll come back with the kickoff after this break as you're following Trojan football on 103.7 Nash Icon. Turner with John Butler, Robert Bauer, and Chad Withrow here from Trojan Field of the Trojan Trail Turf War. Monroe County winning the first game earlier tonight, 40-22 against Hart County. And the Trojans will kick off from their own 40-yard line. Moving left to right. The Yellowjackets will be coming right to left. And
kickoff's going to be right around 9:15.
Yep. So if you take the 2 hours and 45 minutes it took for the first game.
Sure, let's don't go there now.
Let's hope this will be a quick one. Not so many penalties. I don't know how many penalties there were in that first game, but they
30.
30?
Well, there's 20.
It was a lot.
22 midway through the third, and I know there's at least 8 at the end.
And kicking off for the Yellowjackets, number 10, that's Sawyer Ford. And this one's going to be caught at around the yard line.
It was number 50, Jeffrey Wilson, that caught that short kick.
So the Trojans moving left to right here. They're in gray uniforms, burgundy numbers. We'll see Jamison Bowie, second start this season for Barren County. 192 yards last week against Metcalfe County. Of course, in the backfield with Bowie is Marquise Holloway. And Bowie on the count takes the snap, hands it off to Holloway. Holloway will get across the 40, maybe to the 41.
Yeah, it was a tackle that time by 32 J.D. Alexander. He looks like, to me, to be a very, very active football player. I know that's the first time I've watched him, but he's been jumping around out there, and he at least has some energy, I can tell you that. No gain on the play.
J.D. Alexander is 6'2", 225, linebacker for Woodford County.
Also their fullback.
Trojans have the wideout split left and right, and under center was Bowie, and nothing there.
Yeah, that was either a busted play or defended well, and Woodford County came out with the ball. I do know the ball was bobbled.
I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Well,
yeah,
first mistake early in the ball game for Barren County.
Yeah, that's an inauspicious start. That was a kind of a mix-up at the start, and end up being a big turnover for Woodford County.
Didn't have any of that last week at all.
No.
We didn't mishandle any handoffs. Didn't have everything went completely clean. But you've got you're facing a much different line tonight, where you've got at least, if not every position, we have a little bit of a weight mismatch.
All right. So Woodford County lines up. They've got number 2 in there at a running back spot, coming to the left of the quarterback, Bryce Patterson. He's going to fire to the left side. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Coy Hayes, the receiver, down around the 15-yard line.
Well, they must have saw something on the film that time, because they had 4 receivers that time, and they all ran go routes, just sprinted right to the end zone that time, and good coverage by the Trojans.
It looked like Jake Gill on the coverage specifically.
Going to bring up second down and 10 for Woodford County. We've got a Marte Rice in the backfield, who started for Ziggy Gill, who was injured in the first game last week. And here's the handoff to Patterson, and coming to the right side.
Good defense by the Trojans. Yes.
Very big stop back at the 45-yard line. A loss on the play. That was
Bridges on the carry, but that was Easton Frazier that ended up making the tackle. But give Campbell Ross credit; he's the one that kind of did a good job of spreading that play out that time. Loss of 4 on the play.
That brings up third down at about 15 for the Yellowjackets on the Trojan 45-yard line.
Who was that carried it? Was that Richardson?
It was Richardson.
That was Richardson.
Yeah. The quarterback is Patterson. Going to line up with Rice to the left of Patterson in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to look, goes right side with it, and it's overthrown. Intended for Skylar Johnson, the receiver.
The ball was high that time and well defended by the Trojans, so that was a nice defensive effort by the Trojans after the turnover. It forced them 3 and out, and it's going to force Woodford County to punt.
And the punter for
is number 10,
Sawyer Ford is the punter.
Set to receive for Barren County, number 28.
Landon Neals back to receive the punt for the Trojans. And here's the punt.
Man, Jackson Coots about got it.
He sure did. Takes a high bounce and will go all the way down to about the 24-yard line, maybe the 23. It's on the far side of the field.
Man,
Trojans will have it.
Great effort that time by Jackson. He was the only one rushing, and he came around. He came after the right side of the line, dove, and almost got that punt.
I think he definitely affected it.
Sure did.
It was kind of a shank off the right side of the foot. Didn't go to its full potential, I don't think. We'll take over in not so terrible field position, but still a good defensive stand after the turnover.
The 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Jamison Bowie taking the snap and handing it off. Coming by inside.
Bush.
And it's Tyler Bush still trying to go with it. Still trying to go with it on the left side of the field. We'll take it to about the 29-yard line.
Number 5, Tyler Bush on the carry.
That was Tyler out of the jet sweep that time when he was in motion, just kind of handing the ball that time. And to pick up 8. He broke about 4 tackles before they brought him down.
Yeah, play was designed to go right, and he cut it back left real quick.
Tyler had, what do you have, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns last week.
And big plays.
Trojans with 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 split out to the left. Got Holloway in the backfield. And I think Bush may be back there. And Bowie with a handoff and breaking it right down the middle. 50,
touchdown.
45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Barren County, the business supply. Touchdown for the Trojans.
Give him 70 that time, and great job of blocking because he went untouched. That's a little misdirection in between the tackles that time, and 70 yards right up the middle. Touchdown.
Yeah, scissors play. They caused the misdirection. Tyler going through first, and a huge hole on the left side for Holloway to mark 70.
And, that may be a theme this year, big plays. We've had more big plays in 2 games than we've had in 3 years, to be perfectly honest with you.
Aiden Eichen for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. The Trojans on top 7-0 after the 70-yard touchdown run by Marquise Holloway and the Barren County Business Supply touchdown. Barren County Business Supply not only supports the schools with office furniture, janitorial, and break room supplies, but can help your business too. Check them out online at ibuybcbs.com.
Well, if anybody was asleep, that woke people up.
It sure did. Wow.
That is Holloway's 3rd touchdown this year in 2 games.
Had 2 against Metcalfe County last week.
And all on the big play variety, too.
Yeah.
And just wiped your memory clean of the little rough start that we had, the fumble, and right back to business. And that's Jamison Bowie. I think he has that complete ability to erase anything, get his troops back together, and march 70 real quickly.
Set to kick off with Trojans, number 83, Aiden Eichen.
Aiden Eichen will kick off for the Trojans from their own 40. Back is Sydney Mudd and Skylar Johnson for Woodford County's Yellowjackets. 7-0 Trojan lead, 9:12 to play, or the opening quarter. Here's the kick, Benaikin. Going to scoot off, and it's going to be fielded by Malik Richardson. And Richardson will take it up to about the 35-yard line.
Number 5, Malik Richardson on the
Like
carry.
Jake Gill made that tackle. They'll take over right there at their on 35.
Jake Gill had 8 tackles last week against Metcalfe County. So the Yellowjackets have it from their own 35. .906 to play here in the first quarter. Quarterback Bryce Patterson, 6'1", 175 sophomore. Get a Marte Rice in the backfield, him 5'11", 215, and a senior. Receivers left and right. And the handoff coming to Rice around on the right side. And Rice will get it to about the 40, maybe the 41. A pickup of about 6 on the play. Let's see if they mark it for 5. Yep, it'll be 5-yard pickup. Second down 5 for Woodford County.
If we had a weakness last week, or one of the areas that we did not play as well as other areas, was we did give up 100 yards on the ground.
Under center, Patterson. He takes a snap and hands it off.
That's Rice again, I believe.
That is Amarte Rice getting across the 50-yard line at a Trojan territory, down around the 47, maybe the 46. We'll see where they put it.
That was a pickup of
first down.
Yeah, give him 18, and that was just a fullback dive, to be honest with you. That's their first down of the game. Gain of 18 and a first down.
It's at the Barren County 47-yard line.
See if they stay with the run game.
And it's Patterson. Pitches it out. Coming to the left side. 50, 45. Down to the 40-yard line. That is number 5. That is Richardson again.
That's just a toss sweep that time. Gain of close to 6.
Yep, got it down to about the, well, I think it's just inside the 41-yard line.
Actually, pickup of 7 on the play.
Second down and 3 for the Yellowjackets. 7:15 to play, first quarter. If you're just joining us, we're late.
This is like the West Coast games.
It is.
UCLA and Stanford or whatever.
9:23. It's 10:23 Woodford County time. Trojans up 7-0. Patterson under center. And he'll hand it off. It's Rice going off the right tackle.
Man, they found something. I'll tell you what.
Got it down to about the 30-yard line.
Rice on the carry, tackle made.
Gain of 9 on the play. That gives him 3 carries for 32 yards.
We got an 18-yard gain and a 9-yard gain off that just little inside handoff. Quick burst right up the middle.
Receiver on the right side is Skylar Johnson. On the left for Woodford County, Sidney Mudd, number 14. Patterson is under center. Takes a snap again.
Same play.
It is Rice trying to break tackles, and he'll get it inside the 25 down to about the 22-yard line, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's
Number 2, Rice on the carry.
nothing fancy, but they're blocking it well. We're going to make some type of adjustment, either alignment or something. That may be even they're going to have a measure for a first down.
It looks like it is from here.
Pick up of 8 on that play. It'll be second down.
So
they're actually, it looks like to me it's a little short.
official time for measurement. 6:27 to play here in the first. It's 7-0. Barren County. And this timeout brought to you by the People's Bank, your local community bank working for you. And at halftime, we'll talk with Terry Bunnell of the People's Bank about the upcoming Newsboys concert in a couple of weeks.
They're getting a credit card out to see if he got it or not. They did. Give him 10.
First down, Yellowjackets.
Well, I thought it might have been from this angle. So that puts it at the 22-yard line.
We're a long ways from that.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to see through some bodies.
That's right.
But, Woodford County's got a pretty nice little drive going right now. It's their third first down of this drive, all on the ground, by the way.
Rice is a lone man in the backfield. Patterson is under center. Receivers left and right. And here comes the throw. It comes over the right side of the field. And finally brought down at about the 22-yard line. Let's see, who is that? I can't.
Tyler Bush on the tackle.
Tyler Bush?
Yeah.
I think it was to number 4. To number 4, Johnson.
Yeah, Skylar Johnson.
Good job by Bush.
Yeah.
Bringing him down.
It is very difficult because we're a long way away from the field to see our numbers. The gray with the uniforms look sharp, but the burgundy inside of gray makes it really hard to read the numbers.
we're really crowding the line right now. We've moved pretty much everybody up to try to stop this run here.
Patterson on the snap and hands it off to Rice.
We just can't stop him.
We can't.
Look,
He just keeps
he's still
squirting
going.
away and taking tacklers with him all the way down to about the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I think he fumbled it down at the goal line, but they're going to say he was on the ground.
He got 18, and of that 18, he probably got almost all of it after the initial hit. We just couldn't bring him down, and he kept fighting and churning to all the way down inside the, I guess we'll mark it right at the 2.
Yep, first and go. I mean, if they don't give it to Rice, then something's wrong. He may not score, but he deserves a couple shots.
Patterson under center and hands off to Rice. And Rice will punch it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, second effort, too.
Yeah. 2 yards.
Easton made a hit right there at the goal line. I thought would keep him out, but he spun around him and in.
That kid is
Snap, ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. Ties it up at 7-7 with 5:24 to play here in the first quarter.
Last week, Robert has pulled up their stats from last week. Rice, who right now has 6 carries for 62 yards, had 12 carries last week, Jay, for 20.
Against Lincoln County. Lincoln County winning 21-14 over the Yellowjackets, the opening game of the season. Final score in on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Breckenridge County holds off Metcalfe County 22-16.
That surprised me a little bit because if you look at Breckenridge's football record, their last 10 years, I think they've thrown some 0 for 10. I thought Metcalfe would beat them.
Tyler Bush and Jackson Coots back to receive. The kick from Sawyer Ford. And that one's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line.
It's Tyler Bush.
Bush trying to work it around to the left side, cuts into the middle. He may try to get to the 50-yard line and just shy of it. Good kickoff return for Tyler Bush.
Between Tyler Bush and Holloway so far this year, they have accumulated a lot of big plays. The play's coming back, though. There's a hold on the backside there, way on the bad hold, to be honest with you. It's on the 35 near the Barren County sideline, and it was probably 30 yards away from where the action is. Not a very good hold.
Tyler probably gets that gain, as you say, without it.
Yes, yeah. That hold could not have had much effect on that run.
Barren County will take over 1st and 10 for their own.
That penalty cost us about 35 yards.
Yeah. Puts us back at the 25-yard line. Jamison Bowie with Marquise Holloway in the backfield. 3 receivers on the near side. Snap comes to Bowie. Hands it off to Holloway and going nowhere except backwards.
Yep, and fumbled it when he hit the ground. But, yeah, he went backwards about 4 or 5 yards that time, and that was the kid that I talked about at the first play of the game. That was J.D. Alexander on the tackle.
I don't think we even had anybody to touch him. No, he came clean all the way through.
It'll be second down at about 15. Back at the 20-yard line. 4:34 to play here in the first quarter. Bowie fires a pass to the left side. It's caught, and a gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Can't tell who it is.
It was Bush that made the catch.
Tyler? Okay.
Golly, it is just so hard to see.
Can't see the numbers.
Got 4 out of the 5 back we just lost. But in a tough situation here at 3rd and 11.
58, Dylan
Duncan on the stop for Woodford County.
Double gain on that
So
play.
we got 3rd down and about 12.
3rd down, 12 to go. Trojans.
2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Holloway to the right of Bowie. He takes a snap, drops back, he looks, the pass is caught. at the 40. Well, let's see, marked at 34-yard line.
Man,
right at the stick.
What a throw by Bowie. He got stuck. His touchdown throw last week, he got hit right way through it. That pass was more impressive because it was crowded across the middle. He got hit, and Chelston, who caught it, got stuck too. Good play by both kids there.
They knew where we had to get, and they got there. That's much impressive.
Well, yeah, and it took courage to stand in there too.
So Zaxby's first down for Barren County at their own 35-yard line. Bowie hands it off. It's Holloway trying to find a hole here on the near side. He'll take it to the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. Another shot at a first down here. Yep, another Zaxby's first down.
Gain of 11, back-to-back first down.
Moving on down the field, head to Zaxby's after the game. And now Trojans moving it quite well here on this drive.
Three minutes left in the quarter.
Kind of been a quick first quarter.
Not bad.
Two receivers left, one on the near side. Bowie takes the snap, and on the option goes left side, and running with it is Marquise Hall. Or is that Bush? Getting to the 40, 35, taking it down to the 30, and taking tacklers with him down to the 27-yard line. Power run by Tyler Bush.
Close to about 25 or more on that one.
27 if they spot it where it is there.
Another Zaxby's first down for the Trojans.
Back now. 3 plays in a row, first downs, and got something going here.
On the Woodford County 27. Jamarcus Miley, receiver on the left side. On the near side is Gage Allen. And here's Bowie taking the snap. Going to hand it off. Ooh, slipped and went down. Tyler Bush at about the 27-yard line.
Tripped right over Corbin Murphy trying to make a block for him.
Yeah, so
as
really
he's trying to make his cut.
May have got a yard out of it. So puts it on the 26 of Woodford County.
Alternating Bush and Holloway in there right now, trying to give each of them a little bit of a breather. Tyler obviously going both ways.
Yeah. So second down and 9 for the Trojans. 2 receivers left, 2 on the near side. Gavin Withrow in motion left. Here is Bowie, handed off. Holloway bouncing off a couple of tacklers, still going.
Wow.
Going to the left side. He's trying to get over. Oh, slipped and fell down. Then there's a flag on the play down around the 11-yard line.
Man, that was his most impressive run of the year. He's had some 70 and 80-yard games, but he broke about 5 tackles that time and would have scored if he hadn't slipped.
Yeah.
Going to get a hold out in front of him, anticipating, I think, where he was going.
The hold is basically where the tackle was made. Actually, it was 4 yards ahead of where the tackle was, so it's going to end up being second and about 5.
He'll actually get, 3 yards out of it?
Yep. But man, that was an impressive run.
It was a little bit of everything. Impressive run, and I think there was a big hit there. And maybe Chelston was the one that got a big comeback block there.
So second down and 5 for the Trojans at the Woodford County 22-yard line. Trips on the near side, 1 split out to the left. Bowie out of the gun, will hand it off. Here comes Holloway, cutting back in the middle. And
now here comes the flags again. Another
at the 19-yard line.
It's going to be another hold on again. That was our wide receiver that got that one, it looked like. And again, that didn't have anything to do with the play, and that's a little frustrating.
So it puts it back.
We did a really good job last week with penalties. Did not have very many at all.
I think we're already penalized more yards in the first quarter than we had the whole game last week.
Puts it back at the 29-yard line. Second down and 12 for the Trojans as we come down to 1 minute to play here in the first period.
Yeah, watching that. Wasn't much of a hold, but again, like you said, it didn't have anything to do with the play. Those are the ones you just kind of put your hands up and let go and let the back do the work that we've got back there.
Bowie out of the gun. Hands it off. It's Holloway coming to the near side. Ooh, gets hit hard. Back at the 32-yard line, a loss of 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Yeah, that was J.D. Alexander. You know, J.D. Alexander has Holloway is playing well, but he's had 3 carries for losses, and each time has been J.D. Holloway.
16 to go.
He's quick. He's a lot quicker than anything we faced last week, and sometimes you got to get used to that.
That will be the last play of the quarter. 7-7. Good football game.
As the time runs down here at the end of the first period of play. Trojan Field and the Trojan Trail Turf War. It is Barren County 7, Woodford County 7. We'll be back after this break as you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Woodford County Yellowjackets.
Tune in here on 103.7 Nash Icon, ESPNKY.com, and on BCHS Live. So the Trojans now moving right to left here in the second quarter. And here's the handoff. Coming to the left side. Tyler Bush will get it down inside the 30, down to about the 27, maybe the 26-yard line.
Bush on the carry. Tackle made by number 58, Dylan Duncan.
That will bring up 4th and 10, and
Pick up a 6 on that play.
it's a little bit too far for a field goal. So this is, I think you just go for it right here on 4th and 10. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Got Withrow and Miley out of the right side. Bush in the backfield. And Bowie in trouble. He's going to get sacked back at the 40-yard line.
Yeah,
Never had a chance.
Big loss, yeah. Did not have much of a chance that time. That was 55 for Woodford County that jumped and that made that sack.
Jeremiah Zulce, 6'5", 225.
From their own 39-yard line.
So Woodford County takes over on downs at their own 39-yard line. Just underway, second quarter.
It's a big loss there. That was a loss of 12.
Yep. And then, I thought that was the right move. 42-yard field goal is probably a little bit too far right now.
If it's a game ending or something, you got to have maybe, but
maybe.
not in that situation.
Patterson under center with a man in motion, and quick handoff coming. And getting away from a couple of tacklers.
Rice.
Yeah, it's Rice again getting to the 45, maybe the 46-yard line.
Number 2.
Gil had him, and Gavin had him, and it just slipping off everybody. They're not doing anything fancy, just a handoff right up the middle.
Oh, he's breaking tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's. I think that's the more frustrating than anything. We're at first we weren't in the right spot. Now we're actually in the right spot. We just can't tackle him.
Yeah, we moved some guys around. And
2nd and 3 for Woodford. Patterson takes a snap, hands it off.
oh, Lord.
And that's Rice squirting through there again and getting to the 46-yard line.
His average broken tackles is probably about 3 on every play. That was 3 again. Give him a first down.
Rice racking up some yards.
8 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Yellowjackets, first down.
So the ball at the Trojan 48-yard line.
And all his carries are inside the tackles, too.
Receivers left and right for Woodford County. As time running down here on this play. Patterson. They finally got it off just in the nick of time. And big pile up at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, there's a lot of
extracurricular activity going on. Flags everywhere.
That's on us. We had a guy not happy with how he was being held, not getting up. And
Yeah, what Woodford County's doing, I think it's irritating us a little bit. Is they're laying on top of us, once they've got us blocked or whatever, and laying on us to the very, very end, and that's a little irritating. And it's going to be 15 yards after the unsportsmanlike on Barren, and we have, to be honest with you, they're going to call it on both sides. So I think we got a break. It looked like we were the ones that was a little bit more upset than they were.
we were more the instigators in that situation.
Or at least the retaliators. Right. Yeah.
Yellowjackets.
All right, they'll leave it at the 47-yard line of Barren County.
A little confusion right now on Woodford County with the play. They got it in now.
And they'll line up, and Patterson will go under center.
New back there this time.
Yeah, and they're trying to bust through the line there, and they did, but didn't go very far. Might have got 3 yards, 4.
It's 41 on the carry that time.
Yeah, that's his first carry. I think they just gave Rice a break.
Jackson Geiler on the carry.
That'll be a one-play break. He'll go right back in there.
About 3 on that play. It'll be third down.
Third and right around 6.5. Inside, right around the 44. I'm not, it's could be fourth down if the territories they want to. We'll see what's going on. It's going to be a timeout, Woodford County.
Woodford County takes a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout as well. 8:47 to go in the first half. Barren County 7, Woodford County 7. You're following the Trojans on 103.7 Nash Icon.
S1 Tires at 270-53.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 1 minute we had to make up. Okay. Back to action here at Trojan Field. Patterson going to keep it, 40. Trying to get to the 35. He stopped about a yard, but he may have got the first down.
We were fortunate. That should have gone a lot further. They faked it for the first time to Rice, and the quarterback just took it around the right side, and he basically kind of was tackled by the turf for the most part. I'm going to give him 8 on the play, but that had bigger play than that.
I think that's what our kids expected, more of that read option, and we had 2 guys cave in on the quarterback. That's not the assignment you need, and that, as you said, we're very fortunate.
So the first down for Woodford County at the Trojan 36. Patterson under center. On the count, steps back out of the pocket, goes left side. It's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. Tyler Bush making a stop. And the receiver
Number 9, Patterson's pass attempt
is Johnson.
Johnson is complete.
Gain of 5 on the play. Just a quick little hitter that time.
Play, it'll be second down.
7:53 to play. First half, we're tied at 7.
Now you got to stop, in this type of offense. You have to stop the fullback, and that's the one thing we've not done tonight. He has 73 of their 85 yards.
Second down and a short 5 for Woodford County. Patterson will hand it off to his tailback, and he's going to run it across the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Gain of 4.
That was Rice once again.
Sorry, 3. Gain of 3.
Shy of the first down by about 1.5 yards.
It'll be third down, 2 to go, Yellowjackets.
Well, the good news is this game is considerably quicker than the first game.
Oh, yeah.
I told you there wouldn't be as many penalties.
You're right. You know the crew, too.
Yeah, the crew's much different.
Yeah. But and maybe the game is played better, a little bit cleaner, too.
Got one-on-one coverage on the receivers. Skylar Johnson on the left side. And it's going to be keeping the football. That's the quarterback. And he'll take it down about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and what has happened is now, after the fullback has just killed us, it has now opened it for the fake to the fullback, and it's enabled the quarterback to get outside a couple times. So that was a gain of, about 12 on a play? 10? Give him 10.
Trojans going to take a People's Bank timeout. Your local community bank working for you. Let's go down to Chad Withrow with a sideline report brought to you by McDonald's. Chad?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch and lining up and just running straight out at us. And now, like y'all said, they set that up. Now they're faking it in there, and we're biting and getting some yards on the outside. Got to figure out a way to stop the middle run. But, down here on the field, both teams quick, a lot of speed. Pretty good football teams to watch down here.
Yep. I agree. Skylar Johnson, I guess, is he the son of the coach, Dennis Johnson?
I don't know. He's good size, so
about the same size as Dennis was in high school.
This is offensively, and it's similar to Greenwood. Is that right?
Very similar.
Little great
triple option.
Kind of Grayson County in the past too, but this is
Yeah. We got 2 guys going for that first guy when we need 1 guy going for everybody. So our assignments, we just need to, maybe that's what our timeout was about to talk about.
Johnson and Mudd are the receivers on the left side for Woodford County. They send a man in motion, and it is the quarterback keeping it. Patterson, 10-5, upended around the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what a good fake that is we had a player that took the fullback and drove him about 8 extra yards, but he didn't have the ball. Another first down, gain of 10.
Good hit.
Yeah, good hit. But that's the same play. They just faked it to the quarterback, and everything's going to the right side right now.
Again, they'll line up with Johnson and Mudd on the left side. And trying to get in.
Great second effort.
Easton at the 1.
Yeah, Easton was there first with the hit, but nobody is able to just bring him down off the first hit. We did stop him from scoring, though. I'll give him that's good. But Easton was right there, and Easton is as good a tackler that there is, but having a hard time bringing Rice down by itself.
Woodford County at the 1 and punching it in.
I think that
is Rice.
Yeah, that's the Rice. I think it's the best goal line play that you can run, other than a sneak from 1 yard. Is when you is when you have that back almost a yard past the quarterback, what it does is you can't penetrate the lane defensively to stop it. And the Patriots do that in football, where they starting to use that fullback. And when it's a straight handoff to your tailbacks, that's like 7 yards that defensive players can penetrate in there.
Whitehead for the extra point try. And it's in the air, and it's
good.
Through there.
The turf must be a little slippery. That's 3 kids that have slipped, and that time the kicker slipped but still made it. Is it that time of year for the dew to start to settle in?
This is about the time of the night we're done and home, too, you think about. So we're not maybe used to the turf issues that way.
Yeah, we're going on 10 o'clock here at Trojan Field, 11 o'clock Eastern time. 5:57 to play here in the first half. Trojans trailing Woodford County now 14-7. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime report coming up. Brought to you by Edmonton State Bank. ESB, we're right there when you need us with locations across South Central Kentucky. ESB is right there when you need them. Member FDIC. Monroe County winning the earlier game tonight over Hart County 40-22. And we'll be getting some other final scores in here in a little bit. In fact, we'll probably be, most definitely be the last game in the state finishing tonight.
Well, that's something.
Unless Warren Central Greenwood goes 6 overtimes or something.
Well, I think it's going to be a lot of points.
It could be. Warren Central scored 56 and still lost last week.
They're starting about the same time that we are.
Yeah, and I don't think they punt either. No punts and no extra points.
Yeah. There's a short kick. And, it gets away, loose, and Woodford County recovers it.
Yep. That was trouble all the way. Could you tell who dropped that?
I couldn't see.
We're looking on the replay on the computer. Couldn't tell. That ball was really, really, really short. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it went right through our hands and basically hit our knees, and ball just kicked straight toward Woodford County.
I think I can see who it is, but I'm not 100% sure and don't want to.
Hard to see with those gray uniforms on.
Nevertheless, that is our second turnover of the night.
I was going to say this is going to be a big 6 minutes for us because they get the ball coming out of the half, and there's plenty of time for them to. And then we turn it right over, our second turnover of the night.
Bryce Patterson out of the gun this time. 2 receivers each way. Now he's scrambling. He's at the 45, coming to the near side of the field. 40, 35, 30, and runs it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. First down for Woodford County.
Gain of 15 on the play. I was almost getting ready to say I thought they did us a favor. They went to shotgun, and I don't know why they went away from their triple option, their veer or whatever, but that play was he just broke containment that time. Nobody was open, and he just made something right there. I kind of want him to throw the ball, personally. They are 2 for 4 for 6 yards through the air.
Last week, that's where their success was.
And we're going to get a timeout call.
Again, these are
by Barren County.
It's our second defensive timeout, and I just think we're trying to either get aligned right or organized right or trying to figure out what to do.
We'll take the People's Bank timeout here with 5:42 to play in the first half. It's 14-7, Woodford County. If you aren't close to your radio, you can log on to ESPNKY.com on your personal computer, laptop, iPad, or iPhone for all the play-by-play of Barren County High Trojan football, or click Listen Live on the school's website under Athletics. You can also watch it on BCHS Live on channels 19 on the EPB cable channel, 97 and South Central RTC cable. So many options to listen or watch the games anywhere in the world.
In the world.
That's right.
So, from New Zealand
to New Mexico.
Maybe we should give a prize for the furthest listener every week.
Well, that would be all right. Email us, let us know where you're listening. Text us if you know our numbers. We don't give those out on the air, do we, John?
No.
Get too many telemarketers. All right, Patterson, under center for Woodford County. Man in motion. He's going to drop back. Looks like to the near side. It's going to be caught by the receiver. I believe that's Clinton Brown.
It was 3, yeah.
Number 9, Patterson's pass.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Complete. Tackle made by number 5, Tyler Bush.
Brad Johnson listening to us tonight in St. Louis.
There you go.
So
About 600 miles.
He may win the big prize tonight.
Somebody can beat that, surely.
Second down and 4. At the Trojan 19, 5:08 to play in the first half. Barren down 14-7. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 on the near side, and here's Patterson handed it off right up the middle, and not much there.
That was better. Well, it was better. It was, first time we really contained that for a while. The fullback.
Number 2, Rice.
It was Rice once again.
Made by number 4, Maiden Charger.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Easton Frazier. Pick up a couple on that
3rd
play.
and a couple.
Yep, puts it at the Trojan 18.
4:30 left in a half. 14-7, the Jackets.
And they're going to send Skylar Johnson, the receiver, out to the left side. To the near side is Sidney Mudd. And that veer option again. And here's Patterson with the handoff, busting through, coming to the near side. He stepped out of bounds around the 8-yard line.
We've caved hard on that. Caved hard on that back every time, and that time we had nobody hit it.
That's the fullback again. Yeah, give him 13 on the play.
It'll be first and goal.
Marte Rice.
That puts him at 92 yards on 13 carries, and is first and goal from the 9. That's the good news. It's at least they got to go 9.
We have Mudd and Johnson out to the left side again. And Patterson goes under center for Woodford County. And a man in motion going left, hands it off to left.
And that's touchdown.
Going right, in for the TD.
Yeah, that again is the fullback, and man, he is destroying us right now. That is 14 carries. Get this, 100 yards, 3 touchdowns, and if you're not here, I'm not making it up. Every carry by that fullback is in between the tackles, really. Right off the center and guard.
And he's making people miss and dragging people.
Yep. That time he was untouched for the most part.
Whitehead will try to go 3 for 3. And he does.
Point by Whitehead is good.
Well,
not.
This is after
Good position to be in right now, down 21-7.
No, we can't get the ball back. That's part of the problem, and we really hadn't had much of a drive. We had that one big play by Holloway at 70 yards, and other than that, a couple good runs by Tyler Bush, but not a lot going on here lately. Of course, we hadn't had the ball forever.
That's right.
The worst part about that fumble was you put the defense right back on the field that was kind of deflated after giving up a touchdown.
Yeah.
And we just had way too many mistakes. We've fumbled it twice. We had a penalty that called back a Tyler Bush run that, you keep a drive alive. Yeah. That may score you a touchdown. So just several mistakes showing up tonight against a little bit better opponent.
I'm not for sure. Have we had the ball this quarter? Maybe once at the beginning of the quarter?
Center C for the Trojans, number 5.
No.
I didn't think we'd had it.
Well, see, I keep stats for Woodford, and Robert keeps stats for Barren, and I've been doing all the work. I can tell you that. Because
we fumbled it. We fumbled it on the last kickoff.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens with this one. Short kick. I don't know if that was a shank or what.
Didn't even go 10, did it?
Yeah, I can't believe that was the plan. That was if you ever want to see a duck, that was a duck. It didn't go 10 yards, and that ball was in the air. Now, it wasn't like it was bounding.
Right.
That ball was man, I've hit bad 7-irons, but not that bad.
You could putt it farther than that, though.
Oh, yeah.
How many yards, Rice?
14 carries, 100. Give him a...
And all 3 touchdowns have been short yardage. 2, 1, and 9.
That's right. We got great field position. That was a mistake by Woodford County. We're going to take over at their 40. They're 47, yeah. Great field possession.
We've only had one drive where we've had really bad field position, and that's when we scored the 70-some-yard touchdown.
That's correct.
We got Chelson and Miley here on the near side. And here's Bowie. Hands it off.
Oh, man, Tyler Bush took the biggest hit he's taken all year.
Yep.
That was 41 for Woodford County. It's just, what a hit. Tyler's up. He's okay. Jackson, what's that, Jackson Gillier? Man, what a hit.
Geiler, yeah.
Geiler. Loss of 1.
Yeah, Bush headed to the sideline.
Yeah, I would too. That hurt me up here.
Ball at the 48.
Corbin Murphy in the game at fullback.
Yeah, Corbin hasn't carried the ball any. And
Kept it.
It's Bowie.
Coming to the near side. Bowie cuts back in the middle. Still going. And will be tackled from behind at the 36, maybe the 35-yard line.
That may
first down.
That may be Bowie's first carry of the year, at least a design carry. That time it was a fake to Miley. We gave them a little bit of their medicine. Faked at that time to Holloway, and Bowie took it. Gain of what, Robert? 12 and a first down.
So Zaxby's first down for Barren County.
Good design there and good block by Chelson out in the open field to pick up that first down.
With 3 receivers to the right side this time for the Trojans. Holloway in the backfield. He's going to take it. Goes right side. And they bring him down at the 30-yard line. Gain of about 6.
Number 2.
Got plenty of time. We got 1 timeout left with 2:30 left in the half. It's 21-7 Woodford County, but we're inside the right around the 30 of Woodford County.
So it's second down and 4.
We're going to have to go.
Yeah, they're going to have to go. It's down at 10.
10 seconds, and we haven't got to the line of scrimmage yet.
Hate to burn their timeout here.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the near side. Going to have to get the snap off, and they do in time. But Holloway, boy, taking a tumble.
That was
and a loss in the play.
Yeah, it was 67 that time. It's going to be a loss of about 7 on the play.
Lucas Bricado came in with 6'2", 234 pounds.
Yeah, Robert's keeping our stats, and I think that's 4 carries that Holloway has lost yardage on. Is that right, Robert?
He's got a 0 and then 3 losses, yes.
And really no chance. I mean, he has no chance on several of those. So it's going to be a 3rd and 9. I think this is fair to say this will be 4-down territory even if we don't get it. And we don't have to get 9 at it right here.
They have to hurry. Play clock at 3.
Timeout. Woodford.
Thank you. They did us a favor.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
Woodford County.
1:16 to play here in the first half as we take the People's Bank timeout. Your local community bank working for you. We'll try to get some comments from Coach Jackson Arnett, from Chad Withrow down on the sideline here at the end of the half. Also take a look at some scores from around the area. We'll take a look at also some other fall sports going on at Barren County, but another busy week.
Yes. Had some good wins this week.
Soccer and volleyball.
Soccer has had a real good week.
A little bit of cross country and golf going on. So we'll have that for you during the halftime break. Terry Bunnell with the People's Bank. We'll talk about the Newsboys concert coming up.
And maybe a little U.S. Open tennis.
Well, yeah, that's true. All right, 3rd and 9 for Barren. Ball at the Woodford County 35-yard line. And here's Bowie. He's going to put it in the air, and it is going to be overthrown. It's intended for Tyler Bush.
Yeah, try to get Tyler that time on the go route, and good coverage that time. So it's going to be 4th and 9, and I assume that we will. Go for it on this one.
1:11 to play here in the first half. 4th and 9. Got Holloway in the backfield with Jamison Bowie, the quarterback. 2 receivers, both sides. And, well, it looked like, yeah, okay.
Woodford County, that is their first accepted first down. There was an offsetting. No, it's probably on us. Okay, I thought it was on them.
I didn't see us move.
Well, I was going to say, they have no penalties other than there was an offsetting unsportsmanlike. So that's going to change our game plan. We're going to end up punting.
There was nothing there. Nothing on the replay. Our guys, didn't even flinch.
I don't think we punted last week, did we?
We did not punt last week.
Okay. Who is the punter? Is this Easton?
It was Easton in the scrimmage, and it's Easton tonight.
Boy, he's awful far back.
Yeah, he's back at the 45.
It's 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Woodford County's going to take another timeout here.
Well, that's pretty much going to ruin their chances of any type of hurry-up offense. Unless they just get a big play. They have to be playing. You have to, if you're Woodford County right here, you play for the fake, and if the ball is kicked over your head, you just let it go.
Have we seen a fake in the last couple of years out of a punt formation?
I don't remember any.
I think so. I think, we had our quarterback was punting there last year.
Zach Johnson.
Oh, Zach Johnson?
Yeah, it happened. It may have been by accident on a bad snap or whatever, but I think we've done that.
Is this a place you call one? With them out of timeouts?
I think your options are. I don't know if Easton can throw it or what. I don't like a fake in this position because they should know a fake could happen. I just
when you expect it.
If you're going to go for it, I'd rather have my personnel in there.
It's Frazier back at the 45. Low snap, bobbled it for a moment, and we've got tipped. It's going to roll. You stop it right down at the inside the 1 yard line.
That's about as perfect as you can ask for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easton did a good job getting it off, and
the ball bounced. I thought Easton, I thought we were too far from the center to Easton, our punter. I thought that was probably too far away from each other. The ball bounced. Easton did a good job, and I guess we could get a safety right here. We're inside. We're probably Woodford County's probably got it at like the 2-inch line.
The ball's just barely outside of the end zone.
Yep. 1 minute to play here in the first half. 21-7, Woodford County. I tell you, allergies are getting to me tonight, this late night.
Well, it's allergy season starting.
You put Woodford in a position where they have to run a play and they have to do something positive instead of just taking a knee and going into the halftime up 21-7.
Quarterback sneak, I would think. I guess they could give it to the fullback, but this is. I wouldn't be real comfortable if I'm Woodford County.
Yeah,
where
Patterson's in the end zone having to snap it. Still got some time on the play clock, 10 seconds, and try to get out of the hole there.
He barely did. We did a good job stacking it up. They did give it to the their Rice.
49 seconds to go.
They'll have to run one more
play. Do one more time.
Give him 2 on that, probably.
2, okay. That gives him 102 for the game.
They're at the 2 yard line.
We do have 1 timeout left.
Not enough to force them to have to punt in a situation.
Force them to take a snap, though, if you wanted to, but not now. Doesn't look like it.
Patterson go under center. And handoff coming. Is that Rice?
That's Rice again.
Got to the 10.
Got first down.
And stops the clock with 7.6.
Wow.
He's just been a horse here in the first half.
He really has. We have just basically cannot tackle him. And that will do the first half.
Clock will run out. Barren County will trail here at the half, 21-7. We'll see if we can get a comment from Coach Jackson Arnett with Chad Withrow. Chad?
Turnovers are, the big difference tonight is tackling and turnovers from what I see.
Just turning the ball over. Our guys are not handling adversity well. We're fine. They can't stop us if we quit getting these silly penalties. But just stupid turnovers, and we got to tackle.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, that's the story here at the break. It is 21-7. Woodford County leading the Trojans. We'll come back with a halftime report after this break as you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Chelson had 1 for 11. There's the stats.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back with more of our halftime report in a moment. The Trojans are down 21-7. You're following Barren County football on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Are we going to Terry?
The Trojan Trail Turf War. Got Mr. Terry Bunnell with us from the People's Bank. He's also one of the organizers for the Newsboys concert. This is coming up 2 weeks from tonight, Terry.
Yeah, it's right here on us.
Yep.
September 13th. I can't believe. Yeah, we're ready to have it, and we're getting ready for it, and really excited about the Newsboys being back in Glasgow and being Barren County High School. We had them 4 years ago, Jay.
That's right.
And had a great turnout, just a tremendous event then, and had the opportunity to bring them back. And they're on the Newsboy. This is their fall tour, their United tour. So they have a couple of band members that were with them several years ago that's joined the band just for this tour. So it's called the United Tour, and we're going to be benefiting the Barren County Reads and Feeds program, and also to our Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Mm-hmm. So two very worthy causes. Talking to Cheyenne about that Cheyenne fan, and 102,000 meals were served this summer through the Barren County Reads and Feeds program. 102,000 meals. That's a tremendous amount of meal. I mean, and then they impacted young people in our community with books they left back with them to read, and just a lot of activity during the summer. That when you see these red buses around Glasgow and out in our county, just a lot of being good from that. And then our Fellowship of Christian Athletes involves 7 school districts here in South Central Kentucky. So a large number of our students are involved with that program, and just does a tremendous amount of good, talking about God and the relationship with God, talking about faith, and just the team concept, and just working together, and just a lot of good stuff from that, Jay.
Now the tickets are how much are the tickets?
There are 3 level tickets. Okay. There's a $45 ticket that's on the floor seating, and then the chair back is $35. Okay. And then the bleacher seats are $20. Now with the bleacher seats, if you buy 10 or more tickets, the cost goes to $18 per ticket. So obviously the savings with buying more tickets there.
And this is in the Barren County High School gym.
It is in the gym. Great to have it there. I mean, the acoustics in the gym, and we big crowd. We want a big crowd, and that just helps much better.
Now, tickets are available on the district website.
They are.
Can you purchase them any other way besides the website?
Well, that is the only way to purchase them, at the website. Or you can go out. If you go out to the Newsboy site, there are ways to get tickets there because it will bring you back to the same site. We run through a company called a 10-Star. You can go to a 10-Star and buy them as well. But the easiest for us is go out to barren.kyschools.us, and on the website for the district.
It's got a link there.
It's got a link. You click on that link, go down to it, buy tickets. Again, it's a 10-Star, and you go in there, and it's got the different levels, and it's easy to go through and enter your information. And also, you can have a backstage if someone wants to be involved to meet the band. That's an add-on to any of the tickets. It's a $100 add-on to meet the group, and there's some items they give you with that. You get a photo with them and meet them, and so that's really a great experience. But the greatest thing about this is this concert is for our community. And we want people to be a part of this. I mean, the Reeds and Feeds program, a tremendous amount of good. Again, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, lots and lots of good come from that program. And again, high-quality entertainment, Christian music.
Right.
The Newsboys have won so many awards. God's Not Dead. It's still a very popular song. They had a number of years ago. Greatness of Our God is a song they have out now that's just been phenomenal. I mean, they're really, really good, Jay. And so we want people to buy tickets, come out, be a part of this. I know it's a Friday night. I know there's a football game that night, a big football game. But we're the second stop on their fall tour, and to get them back to Glasgow, I had to pick September 13th. They want to come back to Glasgow. They said, we'll come back, and this is the day we can be there. We want to kick off our fall tour, and we're going to make you our second stop. So it's pretty impressive.
Again, that's 2 weeks from tonight, 7 o'clock, Barren County High School gym.
Yes.
Buy the tickets online, and for a great evening. And for a great cause.
Great evening and a great cause. And I'm so thankful we got a tremendous amount of sponsors this year, and couldn't do without the sponsors. Couldn't do without the work here at Barren County High School and all the faculty and staff here that really, I mean, this is a great venue to have an event like this, and a top-notch event, Jay, and just looking forward to the event and all the good that come from it.
Terry, good to see you as always.
Thanks for having me on, Jay.
Thanks for spending time, and you push the ticket sales.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, Jay.
That's 2 weeks from tonight, 7 o'clock, Barren County High School gym. Newsboys in concert. We'll come back and have more of our halftime report coming up. Barren County trailing here at the break, 21-7. As you're following Trojan football on 103.7 Nash Icon.
we'll start with Thursday. That would have been last night. 2 good wins in soccer. Our girls defeated Franklin Simpson 4-0, and I think that puts us at 3-0 on the year. Good start. I don't know if anybody scored on us either. Maybe Warren East scored. I guess Warren East did score on us, but yeah, we're up 4-0, 3-0. Boys soccer has won two in a row. They defeated Campbellsville last night 4-0. Volleyball, we started off 5-0, and we had a little bit tougher of a week this week. We lost last night to Metcalfe County on the road. In fact, we have not had a home game yet. 25-14 and 27-15. In fact, the Metcalfe won JV and freshman as well. Boys golf. Barren County got a win against Allen County Scottsville, 143-173. In cross country, Barren County finished as their first meet. Finished first over Metcalfe County, Edmonson County, and Allen County. Individually, top 10 finishers. Give Chesney McPherson finished first overall.
She's only what, 8th grade?
I think so. Emma Kate Atkinson 6th, Casey Roeder 10th. Boys cross country finished second behind ACS in a 5-team competition. Jaden Medley was 6th, Brody Miller 9th, and Miles Resco 10th. Freshman football, Bowling Green 41, Barren 6. In middle school football, we defeated Monroe 28-6. Barren County softball defeated Franklin Simpson. Tuesday, boys soccer, that was the 1-0 win Barren over Wayne County. In volleyball, Glasgow defeated Barren County 28-26, 25-19 at Glasgow. In soccer and softball, Glasgow defeated Barren 8-4. And I am losing my voice like you.
You're having the same problem.
Yeah. So I can't talk anymore.
Need to give you a
you can read that.
Cough drop over here. Where'd you get to, John? Monday. Girls soccer, Barren County beat Monroe 9-0. Girls JV soccer, Trojanettes 10, Monroe 0. Volleyball, Barren won over Hart 2-0. 25-19, 25-22. JV lost to Hart County 2-0, and the freshmen lost to Hart County 2-0. JV football Monday, Barren County won over Edmonson County 20-6. And let's see what else. Boys soccer on Tuesday. Barren County beat Wayne County 1-0. Volleyball, you already did Tuesday, so you're going backwards then. Okay. All right. Saturday, girls golf. Franklin Simpson Invitational. Trojanettes finished second with a score of 348. I'm trying to get some football scores and trying to do this at the same time, so I'm trying to multitask here to get some final scores in from some of the other football games tonight. You got something, Robert? Go ahead.
Well, I just kind of looked at the people we play throughout the season. North Hardin, we gave that score earlier. North Hardin beat E-Town 21-13. Meade County beat Franklin Simpson tonight 26-21. Edmonson County beat Butler 54-12. Central Hardin beat John Hardin 50-6. So those 4 teams that we play, all winners tonight. Campbellsville beat Adair County tonight 47-13. Adair, our opponent next week. And then Hancock, a future opponent, got beat by Fairdale tonight 51-14. So 4 people ahead, 1 tonight, 2 people lost. And of course Monroe won. In 2 weeks we'll play Monroe.
Right, we'll be over there.
Beat Hart tonight.
40-22 that final, if you weren't here and missed it. And you said Central Hardin beat John Hardin 50-6.
That's right.
And North Hardin beat E-Town.
North Hardin beat E-Town. Meade beat Franklin Simpson.
Yeah.
Edmonton beat Butler.
That's not good for our district. I mean, it's good for our district. That's not good what we're staring down, because the North Hardin over E-Town. E-Town destroyed last week Allen County. So that was a good win for North, and of course Meade defeating the defending 4A state champions in Franklin Simpson. Pretty impressive.
What about Bowling Green, McCracken County? You got anything on that one?
I don't have it. I'll find it real quick for you.
That is at McCracken County, I believe, right?
That's a long haul.
And Hancock County, new team on the schedule in a few weeks, went to Louisville Fairdale. And Clinton County went to Clay County, Tennessee. A team that Monroe lost to 33-0 last week.
Yeah. Do we have that score, the Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Warren Central 31, Greenwood 28 at halftime.
Wow.
How about that one? You said that was a good one. Greenwood beat Franklin last week, and now they trailed to Central at halftime.
I don't know.
How
it's
about that?
Crazy.
Well, Central's just, they got those basketball players out. They're playing a style. Their quarterback last week had 500 yards total offense. They do not punt. They're not going to punt. That's the style. They do not punt. So they go for it every time on fourth downs, and they do not kick extra points. They go for 2.
Like they play on video games.
So it's a wild style.
Skylar Johnson. That one's going to go in the end zone. Aiden Nyken for a touchback to the 20-yard line, where Woodford County will have it 1st and 10.
Got to make some defensive adjustments. We'll see what halftime did. This is, I think, a must-stop for us coming out with Woodford County having the first possession. Bowling Green tonight beat McCracken 42-14.
Okay.
So there's your final there.
Then, of course, Glasgow beat Russellville tonight 56-0, and South Warren over Warren East 50-6.
South Warren continues to roll.
We're in the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning second half. Third quarter brought to you by Southern States of Glasgow Co-op. And Woodford County coming to the near side of the field, and a pass caught coming up the near sideline. And out of bounds around the 47-yard line.
27 yards on the option that time.
That was Coy Hayes.
Yeah, that was a deep or long option that time. Again, they faked the fullback, and we bit on the fullback, which we probably need to do in one sense because he's killing us, but that gave the quarterback an opportunity to get out on the option. And then he pitched it late down the field, give him 21 on the.
This is just assignment football. We all have to have our assignments, and if we don't, they go for big plays.
2 receivers on the left side for Woodford County, and they're coming to the near side of the option from Patterson, and not a whole lot there. Might have got a yard or 2.
That was much better.
That's to Hayes again.
Everybody did their job that time, and I know I've said that a couple of times, but when everybody gets one player and they snuff that out, you get 1 or 2. When you don't, you get 28.
It'll be second down, 7 to go.
Second down, 7.5 for the Yellowjackets.
Would it be wimpy to say I'm cold?
What's the temperature?
I don't know. I'm cold.
Check the weather.
60s.
I told you it'd be in the 60s. It's 68. It'd be down to the mid-60s time we get out of here. Patterson back, looking, going to throw deep, and it is going to be caught.
Man.
Wow, what a catch. Had double coverage, too. That was Sidney Mudd, the reception, all the way down to the Trojan 13-yard line.
What is that, Robert? 30 what?
I got 43.
43 on just the goal route that time. It was well thrown, hit the receiver right in stride that time, so it'd be 1st and 10 from the 13.
We almost got to the quarterback. I thought we might have deflected the ball the way it kind of came out of there, but it went way too far for us to have much of an effect on it.
I'd say now, they've not gone to the fullback. They've used him as a decoy. I'd say this is probably where they're going to go back to.
Yep. There you go. Hand it off right to Rice. Rice still trying to get some yardage.
So we never
His
did
helmet
tackle.
came off.
We just got a break. They just blowed it. They just blew the play dead, and
8-yard line.
He just went on to the end zone without his helmet.
We got a break because they stopped the play, and a break because the helmet came off and he has to go out.
That's right. Gain of 5 on the play.
Second down, 5 on the Trojan 8-yard line. Just underway here in the second half. It's past 10:30, 11:30, Woodford County time. Got 2 receivers. It's Brown and Johnson on the left. Patterson. And he's going to hand it off.
41.
That is Jackson Geiler.
Again, didn't bring him down, but they stopped the play. That was Carmelo Francis, I think, who's going to get credit for that tackle.
Stopped him at the 5-yard line.
3rd and 2.
Pick up a couple on that play.
3rd and 2 at the 5.
Get your fullback back in now.
Yes, this is Mr. Rice's territory.
J.D. Alexander. He's going to be a wide receiver.
I don't think
on the left with Skylar Johnson.
Yeah, they're not going to throw it to him. I think it's going to
give it to Rice.
Yes, or a fake to Rice.
And
kept it. Yeah.
Yep, he's going to keep it and take it in for the end zone. Touchdown for Woodford County.
Good call. Yeah, that's the quarterback that time. Off the fake to Rice. I tell you what, they have got it going so far tonight.
So Patterson, the quarterback, scores from 3 yards out. to make it a 27-7 ball game with 9:14 to play here in the third quarter. And they'll go for the extra point. The holder is Cody Dunn. Here's the kick. It's up and it's good by number 38, Joey Whitehead.
28-7.
I don't know if it was their game plan, but the way they set up their offense tonight has worked perfectly. They got Rice going and then just used him as decoys.
Don't know, because the two of the first three plays were pass plays, and they didn't look very good. And then since then, they have gone back to either their bread and butter or they figured out, what to exploit against us. Most teams that run that triple option, that veer, obviously like to run it. But, they have played well. They've scored 28 straight points. We took an early 7-0 lead, and it has been all Yellowjackets.
Yeah.
Since kickoff for Woodford County, number 10,
Sawyer Ford will kick off for the Yellowjackets.
They've had some interesting kickoffs. Now, a couple, one that worked that was really short, and we fumbled it at the end of the first half. And a couple other that looked like to me more shanks than intentional kicks.
So Ford, onside kick. Didn't go 10 yards.
I don't know why they stopped it before it even stopped rolling, though.
I think it hit
All sides. They're calling all sides on Woodford County. It's a strange time, in my opinion, to be kicking onside kicks. I can't really figure out they've got all the momentum up 28-7. I don't know why you go for an onside kick right there. That doesn't make a lot of. Most onside kicks are you're trying to change momentum or get the ball back. Because you have to have the ball. I don't really understand that one.
And you would think that their place kicker has been perfect. You would think they'd have somebody that'd be able to kick it a little deeper than what's happened.
And in fairness, how hard is it to kick it on turf? You just kick it hard on the ground, it's going to go unless it accidentally ricochets off somebody.
Because we got two different kickers. Whitehead kicking the extra points. Jackson Coots, Tyler Bush back at the 25-yard line. That one, line drive to Coots at about the 22. Gets to the 30, trying to make the cut to the 35, and goes down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, our field position has not been a problem tonight. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 41.
It's actually been really good. Our field position has been really, really good.
Well, now it's at the 40, so now we got a 41 again. Okay, now we really, we're not out of the game. 28-7, and we've shown so far the first two games we've showed that we can make explosive plays. But I think if we're going to get back in a game, it needs to start now.
Yeah. 3 minutes into the third quarter.
And then, I'll say after this play what I was going to say.
Jamison Bowie throws it to the right side. It's going to be caught. Tyler Bush got some speed going down the far sideline and out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Now, there's the same play we scored a touchdown off last week. Robert and I thought it was a run, and I still think that was a run because it looked, but it was counted as a pass last week. We didn't count it that way, and that's the same explosive play. That's a big play. Picked up of 10, 20, 27 on the play by Tyler Bush.
I'm going to put it down as a run. It's behind the line, so that gives him 5 carries, 67 yards.
Yep. So Zaxby's first down for the Trojans on the Woodford County 32-yard line. Bowie. And quick handoff coming to the left side.
It's Holloway.
And Holloway getting inside the 30.
I was going to say, this game right here, this is the first time we faced some type of adversity because last week against Metcalf, the game wasn't easy. I don't mean that, but we didn't have to overcome a lot because we jumped on them early and things, everything that we did kind of worked out well. I'll just say that. It's one of those feel-good games.
Yeah.
This is the first game, we've been behind and have kind of struggled with several things. So the question is, can we overcome it?
Second down and 6. With receivers to the right. And coming to the left side, Bowie keeps it and tackled around the 28, maybe the 27.
Yeah, faked at that time to the right side to Holloway. And we ran that play once in the first half to Bowie. Did not carry it a lot last week, and he picked up about 3 on the play.
Third down and 5 for the Trojans at the 27 of Woodford County. 7:41 to play, third quarter. Barren County trailing here, 28-7. Woodthrow moves in at the receiver spot. Receiver on the near side. Pitch out going to the right side of Tyler Bush. Cutting back in the middle. And will be going down at the 25-yard line. Pick up a 2 on the play.
It's going to be fourth down. 4th and 3. It's obviously an understatement to say this is a pretty big play for us. And I can't tell you what I would run right now, to be honest with you, because Holloway's had some big runs and some big losses behind it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tyler Bush get it here.
Tyler split out here on the left side. Holloway's the only one in the backfield.
And Chelson and Miley on the right. And here is Bowie. And he's in trouble.
Sack.
Yep, back at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, loss of about 8 or 9. That's his. I think it's the 3rd sack of the night they've gotten to him. They were trying to make the throw over here to Tyler, but pretty good coverage and just could not hold them off. So you want to go to Chad right now and just see what?
Let's go down. Chad,
what's
down on the sideline?
Yeah, what's the emotions like right now?
Well, to be honest about it, pretty flat.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else to say. Just walking around on and off the field, the coaches are trying to get them going, and then it's just a lot of dropped heads, like you said, adversity, and don't look like we're handling it very well.
Woodford County's got a pretty good team.
Yes, they do. Physical team, and those ends here on defense for them are tough. Of course, we know what's killing us on the defensive end, but they've got some guys that can tackle.
Yep. All right. It's Patterson. Taking it to the 39-yard line.
Tackled that time by Easton Frazier.
And he picks up 6, maybe 7 on the play.
And it's like about 80% of their plays center around that fullback. He either is getting it or they're faking it to him. It's one of the two.
Yeah. Second down and 4 for Woodford County.
The quarterback now has 73 yards on the ground.
Well, he ran some last week against Lincoln County.
They're over 200 right now on the ground.
Patterson under center for the Yellowjackets. And he keeps it again. Faked the handoff and spinning and got away, get across the 50, and finally down around the 45-yard line of the Trojans. First down for the Yellowjackets.
16 more.
It's very Greenwood-like.
Yes.
Back when Jackson Adams was the quarterback. I don't think they ever had a tailback as good as the one we've seen tonight, but a
fullback.
Yeah. Just very similar. And we struggled against that offense. We never really had years where we figured it out.
Got Dryden and Mudd, the receivers on the left side. Haven't seen Dryden tonight. High snap coming to the quarterback, and he'll get rid of it. Nobody over here on the near sideline.
Yeah, that was good pressure that time by Campbell Ross, and Carmelo Francis was back there.
Didn't have anybody. They had everybody going deep. They didn't have anybody on a shallow route that he could dump it off to, so he had to just throw it away.
Second and 10. 5:28 to play. Third quarter. Trojans trailing 28-7. Sidney Mudd and Rodrell Dryden, the receivers on the left side. And the handoff. That is number 41 this time, and that is Geiler on the carry, picking up 5, maybe 6 to the Trojan 39-yard line.
They do a good job of breaking tackles, I think it's fair to say. It's rare that they go down off the first hit, even the backup fullback.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 4 right now, and they brought their Rice back into the game.
2 receivers each way for the Yellowjackets. Out of the gun, and handoff coming to Rice.
Good play that time.
Yeah, good tackle made at the 37-yard line.
It's Easton again. It's going to be 4th and 2. And no doubt they will go for it, I would think. It's actually 4th and 1. Actually pick up a 3 on the play.
The 36-yard line.
Changing up a lot of personnel, but it's definitely not to do anything besides go for it. More of a jumbo type package.
This will be Mr. Rice the whole way, I have a feeling.
Patterson.
I got it.
Hands it off.
Yep.
Got it over.
He's still
going.
My goodness.
We couldn't tackle him.
Gain of 7 on the play, and I thought he's down right at the first down marker, and he just continues to go on.
So Woodford County with another first down.
I don't know why more football teams on short yardage play do not run. I don't care what formation, but put your fullback about a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage, where it's almost impossible not to at least get a yard.
Patterson. And we got a penalty marker.
A rare penalty on Woodford County. It's only their 2nd of the game for 10 yards.
Yep.
That long bus ride and playing it past their bedtime, none of that's really affected them at all, has it?
Nope. So that moves them back to the 34.
It's affected me, though, I can tell you that. Not the bus ride.
Yeah. Coming up on 11 o'clock. Midnight Eastern time. 1st and 15 for Woodford County. 3:38 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 28-7 Yellowjackets. And this time, Patterson on the run. Still going, standing up. Finally brought down at the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Give him about 4 on the play, 4 or 5. Good scramble that time. That was
Chelson on the stop, who's right in front of the Yellowjackets bench here on the near sideline.
And Cody Rogers was over there as well.
So gain of
about
6.
5. Yep, 94 yards now on the ground for the quarterback.
Nothing's been a clean hit. They're just
they break tackle.
Tough.
That's correct. And the clock just continues to fade away for us.
We've had it 1 time. They've had it 2. And just
Johnson, the receiver, left. And that coming out to Badel Abdul Rahim.
28. It's his first carry.
Yep.
And a rare run to the left side. They almost all runs have been to the right, and that actually went to the right.
And the majority of them are between the tackles.
Yes.
They haven't really gone outside hardly at all, except for some of those little options, and they stay pretty near the line.
Abdul Rahim is a 5'8 freshman, carried the football just now. 3rd down and 6. Ball on the Trojan 25-yard line as we head toward 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Clinton Brown is the receiver here on the near side. And here is Patterson. He's going to fire it to the near side. It's incomplete, come up short. Intended for Brown.
It's too bad they don't pass more.
Yeah,
for our sake anyway.
I think that was Peyton Schwartzer. Is that right on the hit?
Peyton Schwartzer, yeah.
I think on the pressure. It was a little bit blocked, but he was the one standing around over there. So this will be 4th down. They should go for it, I would think. 4th and 6, 25. That's 25. This is college or pro. You kick a field goal.
So 4th and 6 at the 25. And Patterson on the count, drops back. He's looking, going to throw it left, wide open.
Oh my goodness.
Johnson was wide open.
That was a blown
on the left side, and touchdown for Woodford County.
That was a wide open. That was just simple go route to the back of the end zone, and there wasn't anybody. 5, 6 yards. He's 5 yards behind our players there.
Schartzer was just a hair late, and he delivered a heck of a blow on the quarterback, who I think that's who's down.
No.
Maybe no?
No, it's not the quarterback. At least I don't think so. I think it's somebody else. But yeah, Woodford County does have a kid that's down on the ground.
Woodford County cheerleaders has traveled a long way to be here.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that. To be honest with you, you don't see that much anymore, and it's a long trip for them.
Minute 43 left to go here in the third. The player is up now. Is that Patterson? No. 66. That would be Cameron Helton, one of the offensive linemen for Woodford County, being helped over to the sideline.
Looks like an ankle, maybe
on that right ankle.
We don't keep time of possession, but if we did tonight, it'd be very easy to do.
Yes, that's exactly right. I would say Woodford County has had it 70%. What do you think?
We ran 5 plays this half.
Well,
and they were quick.
Woodford County has run 45 for the game. I don't know how many we have.
With our 5 this half, we've run 23 total. So
hard to win unless you're scoring every time you get it. It's hard to win when you another team.
Mm-hmm. Unless those are big plays.
That's what I mean.
Like they weren't, like they were last week, and it's just not.
Had one big play, 70-yard touchdown run, and that's it. And that was early.
Whitehead for the extra point. Done the holder, and the kick is blocked.
Extra point attempt is no good.
Blocked or muffed?
I think it was just, off the side of his foot there. Bad hold.
So 34-7 the score. Woodford County over Barren County with a minute 43 to play. And things not looking so hot for the Trojans right now in its third period of play.
No, it's not.
And it's actually cooling down considerably.
You might not be alone. There's a lot of sweatshirts and blankets out there.
And a lot of empty seats right now. A lot of people have left, too.
67.
Oh, it's
68.
That's perfect weather if I had a long-sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
We've had two excellent weeks.
We have. Adair County coming here next week.
Who they play tonight?
They played
Campbellsville.
And
that's probably lost.
Lost 47-13. There's less than 10 games in the state that haven't posted scores yet. So
we have not beaten Adair in the last couple of years.
Lost 20-19 over there last year.
Taylor County, I thought that was an impressive win. Taylor over LaRue.
34-13.
Now, Taylor County won last week, I noticed. Rolled over somebody. They threw it one time.
They beat Western Hills.
Yes.
Ford.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I
don't know what you call that, but
that tells you what
great
41-yard
line.
There was a line drive kick. I mean, it wasn't an onside. It was a bullet.
Yeah.
And on the front line, just about 10 yards from the kick was Karsten Chelston, and he caught it. And he's got great hands. He better, because if he didn't catch it, that ball would have gone through him. So again, great field position. 1st and 10, our own 40. What is that? 42, 43.
Miley hadn't touched the ball once tonight.
We haven't even called his name. Right. You're exactly right.
Big playability last week, and we just haven't had time to get him the ball, and haven't had him.
We hadn't had the ball either.
No.
And this one coming to the near side.
Looks like a face mask. Is that Gavin?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's Gavin's first carry of the
throw.
Yeah, I thought that was a face mask. It wasn't a face mask. It grabbed him right on the outside of the helmet.
Lost 3.
On that play, it'll be 2nd down, 12 to go.
Puts it back at the 44.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to spread the wealth around when you don't run a lot of plays, and we have not had enough plays.
Yeah, there's no wealth.
No, but yeah, you definitely want Jamarcus Miley to have a touch, every game, and he has not even had a touch.
3 receivers to the right for Barren County. Here's Bowie taking the snap, and he's going to keep it. A little shifty move in there. Ooh, gets hit at the 40-yard line.
And there's an outbreak of extracurricular after the play.
Our guys need to get away.
Still going.
This is a little bit more than normal, too.
Yeah.
Took several shoves, no punches, but a bunch of shoves late. It's going to be offsetting. There are 1, 2, 3 yellow handkerchiefs on the field. This will be the unsportsmanlike on both teams, and we'll just keep going.
I don't really know.
No, it's unsportsmanlike on Woodford. Wow. I thought we'd get one, too, because we were retaliating back, but no, it's just on Woodford.
I have to watch that replay and see what caused all that.
BCHS Live with the replay.
I think we saw it, and I think we did push first, to be honest with you. I'm not going to. It's on the replay. I think we got a break there.
They got the.
They retaliated and got the flag.
And that'll move the ball down to the 25-yard line of Woodford County.
30 seconds left in the half.
Third quarter about to come to a close. Two receivers to the right, that's Miley and Chelson. And two receivers here on the near side. And
Gavin Withrow.
Will pick up a yard maybe.
And that will lead us to the fourth quarter. 34-7 Yellowjackets.
Fourth quarter coming up, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. It is 34-7. Trojans trailing here after 3 at the Trojan Trail Turf War. And following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon.
Barren County.
Trojan Field for the fourth and final quarter. Second game of the Trojan Trail Turf War. As you're listening to 103.7 Nash Icon, WHHT, Cave City, Glasgow, and online at ESPNKY.com. Also on BCHS Live as we're at 11 o'clock here at Trojan Field, midnight Eastern Time. 34-7. Trojans trailing the Yellowjackets. Barren County moving from left to right here in the fourth quarter. Two receivers on the near side, two on the left. And Bowie into the shotgun formation. As he'll take the snap, he's looking, still looking, scrambling, going to throw it toward the end zone, and it is broken up. It was a nice play, but he had double coverage, maybe triple coverage in the end zone. That's, who was that?
Intended for Allen.
Cage Allen.
Yep. That was a really good defensive play by Woodford County. That was a pretty good throw, too, but defensive player came, and right at the time that Gage went up to the catch, broke that play up. Yeah. Well played by Woodford County.
Bowie had probably the most time there he's had all night to throw.
Yeah, he made a good throw, too. That's one of those better defensive plays.
Third down and 9 for the Trojans. Just underway, fourth quarter. Monroe County getting the earlier win tonight over Hart County, 40-22. And there's Bowie stepping back. He's looking, fires a pass. It's incomplete, intended for Chelson.
Yep, that would have been a first down, too. It was a little crossing route to the tight end, Chelson. And that time, Jamison just overthrew him that time.
Fourth and 9. Woodford 24-yard line. Next week's ball game will start at 7. We'll be on there at 6:35 with Adair County Indians. Next week, go to Monroe County 2 weeks from tonight. Here's Bowie, dropped it, fumble, and Woodford County.
No chance that time.
Came up with it.
Yeah,
Yep.
the snap wasn't bad in shotgun. It looked like, I don't know if Jamison maybe took his eye off of it, but once the ball dropped, no chance. That kind of sums up the night, right, offensively for us.
Too many turnovers tonight. How many have we had? 3, 4?
Yeah, that's technically a turnover, but it would have been their ball no matter who recovered there.
Yep.
3 fumbles.
So Woodford County will have it at the 35. 11:48 to play. 34-7. Barren County scored first.
And 34 straight.
34 straight for the Yellowjackets. Got Rice in the backfield. And Patterson under center. 2 receivers on the near side. And so he's going to keep it. Here comes Patterson. Going to get the first down.
Yeah, it's a quarterback again. He kept
stopped.
it on the option. That gives him over 100. So right now they have 2 players over 100. The quarterback has 10 carries, 105 now, and fullback 19 for 126. Also, that gives them 18 first downs. How many do we have, Robert?
5.
Oh.
All in the first half. Actually, make it 6. We got 1 by penalty earlier. I didn't write down.
The receiver on the near side is Abdul Rahim. Patterson hands it off to Rice. Rice, shifty move, still going. Got a flag on the play, though. Another flag. And we'll see what this one.
Yeah, it's going to nullify about a 16-yard. It's going to turn a 16-yard carry to about a 6-yard. Not less than that. Yeah, the penalty was about 9 yards down the field, so that nullifies a really solid and impressive carry. Ended up being 2 yards. Is that right? 2.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well,
let's see.
Right back at the stick.
Right back at the stick. Okay.
47. Abdul Rahim again on the near side. And Patterson pitches it out in the backfield. Trying to make the cut on the inside, and tackle made around the 50-yard line. That was Malik Richardson.
Carmelo
on the carry.
And that was Carmelo Francis. We have actually covered the sweep, the toss sweep, better than we've covered anything else they've tried to do. Who was that there?
Richardson.
Yeah. 2nd and 8.
10:27 to play here in the game. Barren County trailing 34-7. Going to send Skylar Johnson, the receiver, to the right. And Rice is in the backfield. That veer option offense. And here's Patterson going to the right side. It's an incomplete pass intended for Richardson.
Should have been caught. That was what we call the wheel route, the back coming out of the backfield. And if he caught that one, that would have been a first down. Hit him right in the hands, actually.
3rd and 8 for the Yellowjackets.
Stops the clock.
You'd think now wouldn't be the time they'd go to the passing game.
I would think you'd run it every play.
Johnson on the right, Mudd on the left. And now Patterson. Looked like the pass got tipped, but it got caught. And that's going to be Skylar Johnson. Down around the 20-yard line.
Well, there goes our theory. They threw it and picked up what, Robert?
That's
30, 49 down to the 20, right on the 21, aren't they?
28 yards.
To 28.
Started at 49. Yep, first down for the Yellowjackets. 9:50 to go in the ball game.
That was the most successful pass play they've had all night, though. Well, take that back, sorry.
43.
That earlier one.
Timeout, Woodford County. They're shifting some personnel in and out.
Take a People's Bank timeout. Your local community bank working for you. Stay tuned. We'll have the post-game report coming up, brought to you by CPC Commodities. Don't miss CPC's 15th annual Fall Field Day on Thursday, September 5th. Take a look at the Coca-Cola scoreboard. We got any update on Warren Central Greenwood?
Well, I'm interested in that one. First team to 50 wins. How about that?
That's possible.
Well, they're going to get there, I'm sure.
This is the German American Bank Bowl at WKU.
Well, looks like Greenwood's going to get there first, 46-28.
46-28.
Halfway. Well, there's still 4 minutes left in the third.
Okay. Oh, they're still in the third quarter?
Yeah, that was 2 minutes ago.
Well, now we may get done before they do.
And not if Woodford County keeps calling timeouts.
And throwing the ball.
They've taken some of their personnel out on that one. I see them over here on the bench. The quarterback's still in there.
Yeah, and they've got Geiler in the backfield. And we're going to have illegal procedure against Woodford County.
It's our fifth penalty for 40 yards.
It'll be first down, 15 to go.
And they just brought two linemen in, different linemen.
Going to send Johnson out to the right. And trying to pick up the number here on the near side. I think it's Beasley.
That's the fullback.
Yep, that's the fullback, and he is still going. Boy, we're having a hard time tackling him. Down to the 10-yard line. That's Geiler.
Yeah, it's not Rice, but he plays Rice's position.
Mm-hmm.
Giving him 14.
He's had a few carries tonight.
Yeah, he's had 4 for 27.
That play will result in a
First down.
First down.
Yeah, actually spotted at the 11.
First and 10 from the 11.
It's not just Rice we've had a hard time. It's the whole, I think it's just the systematic of the offense.
I agree with that.
Receiver on the right side is Johnson once again. Here on the near side is Beasley. And here's Patterson. Hands it off to Geiler. Geiler to the right side. And it'll be tackled around the 6-yard line, I believe it is.
By number 56, Easton Frazier.
And it's frustrating when a team just does whatever they want to. You know, when we know what's coming, we can't stop it, and that's and I think it's frustrating. And I think once we kind of got behind a little bit, we kind of lost some of our energy, maybe lost some of our confidence. You know, like I said, last week it wasn't easy, but we didn't face any adversity.
It was fun.
It was fun.
A fun game to play.
That's correct. And this is we've kind of got taken to us tonight.
Right. Total opposite. And running with it. That's 20. Is that 27?
I think it actually
was that
23.
23. That's Kenyon Maxberry, a freshman, 5'7", 145.
Well, he just gained 4 yards, so it's third.
It'll be third down, 3 to go.
Third and 3. They do not have to score a touchdown to get a first down.
3rd and 3 from the 4. And they got Geiler in the backfield. Patterson. And coming this side.
Touchdown.
And inside.
Yeah, good cut
touchdown.
back.
Was that 20?
That was 28.
Yeah.
28. That's
we got a flag, it looks like, or something.
Abdul Rahim. Let's see what the penalty marker.
I don't see a penalty, but they called a penalty.
It's here
on the near side.
3-yard line, I think.
You're blocked out there.
So that will bring the touchdown back.
Okay.
Holding against the Yellowjackets.
Let's make it 3rd and 12 now.
They'll bring up 3rd down and about 12 to go, Woodford County.
From the 13-yard line. Playing the short side of the field, Patterson. And he'll keep it. He's in trouble and got away from a couple of tacklers, but he's going to be tackled at the 15-yard line.
Who was it that brought him down? It's Campbell Ross that made the...
Chelsea got him finally.
Chelsea, okay.
Chelsea?
Campbell kind of whiffed on him a little bit, but slowed him down enough for Chelsea to get him.
No gain on the play. Will they go for a field goal here to work on that?
I believe they are.
They are.
That's Whitehead. Whitehead's out there to...
You better kick it better than that last extra point.
Yeah.
What is this? 26?
Yeah.
20. No, actually, it's a 31.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea to try this, you know. Never know.
Whitehead's kick.
He got
on
it.
the way.
I think he got it. He did.
That's good.
Yeah, that may help him down the road. You never know.
31-yard field goal.
That was may need a field goal down the road, Woodford County.
That was better than the extra point.
That was much better. The extra point looked like Charlie Brown. That was a good kick.
Charlie Brown's may have been better than the extra point.
So 6:16 to go here in the game. Whitehead kicks a 31-yard field goal to give them a 37-7 lead.
I didn't expect this, guys. You know, we talked off there, and I thought it'd be close. And after what I saw last week, I knew Woodford County had some speed, and they looked like a football team warming up. And but I still thought, with their record the way it's been the last 5 years,
Win was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 8-37
in 5 years.
Yep. I thought that this would be at least. I'm very surprised at I'm not surprised we're losing. I'm very surprised at
margin.
At the margin, and kind of been dominated in a lot of ways. To be perfectly honest with you, we have just had. When you can't stop anybody and then you have trouble moving it just kind of sucks the life out of you. And that's we kind of look like a deflated team right now.
Yep. We scored last week, and then Metcalf come back and scored, and we were able to get that momentum back. Well, tonight we had never been able to get that original momentum back, and it's been a hard game to play. And you see why we're down by 30.
Sawyer Ford kicks off for Woodford County. And that one gets away, but picked up at the 15-yard line. Is it Landon Neal?
Yeah, he just fumbled, too.
I can't see.
Cooch.
Okay.
Yeah, we fumbled, and I don't know if...
Did they get it back?
They got it.
They sure did.
Yeah.
Wow.
30 for them. Got it.
Unbelievable.
I think Cooch was the one that originally mishandled it, and then just didn't ever secure it.
Well, Mama said there'd be days like this.
And late nights.
Late nights.
Just kind of.
They'll take over 1st and 10 from the Barren County 24-yard line.
Everything's just kind of continued to grow on top of everything. We started with the fumble, and it just went downhill from there.
And got a Dare next week. Now, Dare's 0-2. But their first loss was, I was surprised by the score against Russell County. It's like 28-24.
Yeah, it was a close game.
It's no surprise that Campbellsville put a pretty good whipping on them. Campbellsville is one of the top, probably 5 teams in single A.
Mm-hmm. Got a new quarterback in for Woodford County, number 7, Cody Dunn, 6'1", 170 junior.
He handed it off. That was to 46.
46.
Did you tell who made that tackle?
Isaac Reed.
Was that Carmelo again?
Yeah, it was interior of our line.
9, Carmelo French.
Back led by Carmelo.
Pick up a couple on that play. It'll be 2nd down, 8 to go.
So,
County.
2-yard pickup there for Isaac Reed. And they've got several new players in right now. Cody Dunn, quarterback for Woodford County. And this time, the handoff right up the middle.
It's 41 again.
That's Geiler.
No. It was 40.
Number 46.
Was it 46 again? Okay, that was Reed.
Carry tackle made by number 9, Carson Chelson.
Chelson on the tackle.
5 to go, Yellowjackets.
As we get down close to 5 minutes left here in the game, 37-7, Woodford County.
How many teams do you know are Yellowjackets other than Louisville Central are Yellowjackets, right?
Yep.
Georgia.
Are you talking about high school games?
No, anything.
Teams or just college?
Now, Georgia Tech is one of the few teams that have 2 names, right? Ramblin' Wreck. Right?
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Right. Boy, that ball squirts out.
Pick it up and run with it.
And that went all the way out to the 40-yard line. That ball squirted 15 yards.
Well, he fumbled it originally and then got it back, and then he got hit and fumbled it all the way down the field. And Corbin chased it, dove on it, but I think Corbin had a good chance to scoop it and score if he would have been able to pick it all up and go in one motion.
Also, what, 10? 12? What was that?
37 to the. Oh, it's on the 37 now.
Okay.
I'll check the replay.
I was doing my Yellowjackets when all of a sudden that play just kind of popped out.
It did.
Loss of about 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Started on the 19th. Yeah.
Nothing on that play.
Yeah, well, one thing we don't want to do right now is get anybody hurt this late.
Number 2, Holloway on the carry.
And that was Holloway right there. He's not real happy.
No.
He lost about 5, and he's been hit extremely hard tonight.
15 to go, Trojans.
Extremely, and that's about his 5th carry that he's lost yards, and he's going to have to keep it together a little bit.
Barren County taking a People's Bank timeout. Let's go down to the field, the sideline, and a McDonald's sideline report with Chad Withrow.
Well, there's not much to report down here. You know, I'll be honest with you. Just watching the body language from the players is kind of disappointing. You know, last week everything was all fun and they all had a great attitude. I know you're not going to have a great attitude when you're losing like this, but some things you see just kind of trouble you a little bit.
Yep.
Just body language, and you know, there's going to be nights like this, and you got to overcome it. We've just kind of laid down.
Just something we got to work on and get ready for the next game. That's what you do.
I think
We've got a second team in, full second team.
That's a good move by Coach Jackson. They were risking. We had a couple kids on the edge right there, and he just put a brand new squad in.
Yeah,
good move.
Is that Will Childress?
Childress under center there.
Yeah, this game is over.
And
Bradshaw.
Handoff. Is that Donovan Bradshaw? Number 12?
Yes.
Yeah, he got a couple carries last week.
Yeah. Donovan Bradshaw, 5'6" freshman. So the quarterback is a freshman. Will Childress, 5'10".
Pick up one on that play.
It's 3rd down and 14 for the Trojans from their own 35-yard line with 3:48 to play in the game.
We're talking about our outlook for the game. I was a little concerned when I heard what kind of offense they ran, but I was so impressed with our offense last week that I thought we'd be able to kind of match them.
Yeah.
But it just didn't turn out that way.
Trojans have given up 37 straight points this game tonight. Will Childress, and we're going to have delay of game. Play clock wound down before the snap.
It's our 5th penalty for 40 yards, and that doesn't seem like it's very significant, but I do really believe that a couple of those kept us from putting one in the end zone earlier. Back when it was more of a competitive game, and those things change things a little bit more than you may think.
It's 3rd down. Will Childress. Receivers left and right, and that ball goes through the hands of Childress, but it bounced right back in his hands. Gets rid of the football, threw it upfield, nobody there.
Smart play that time.
Yep, he had a lot of pressure. So brings up 4th down.
Childress' pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
And we will punt.
Dare County coming in next week, a team that only won one game last year, and that was
over us.
20-19. And that was one of those games that didn't get started till very late because of a storm that moved through.
Lightning delay.
And there's the punt. And it's going to take the bounce, roll across the 30, down to the 27 here on the near sideline.
Easton's had a couple of decent punts tonight.
Any late news on the Warren Central Greenwood shootout?
Yeah. See what
there's some other scores we haven't got. We'll try to get those posted on there.
It's 53-28.
Oh, Greenwood.
Yep.
Of course, the Trojans go to Greenwood this year.
Yeah, our future opponents have had some pretty good nights.
Yep. Greenwood wins. Meade County beats Franklin. North Hardin beats E-Town. Central Hardin beats John Hardin.
Monroe beats Hart.
Yeah.
The team will face 2 weeks in Tompkinsville.
Hancock and Adair may be the only two that have losses for tonight.
All right, Woodford County. Now, new quarterback in there is.
Then we got some new defensive
Cody
players
Dunn.
too.
46 carried it.
46. That was.
Number 46.
Well, that's Ryan Shirley that was over there. Looked
Isaac
like
Reed, the ball carrier.
Ryan Shirley looked like to me was on the tackle.
Looks like a brand new defense.
Can we pick up the numbers here? 72.
Caleb
Jaggers.
Yep.
5'8" sophomore.
74-61.
74 is Chase Garrison, 5'9" sophomore. 61, Ethan Wyatt, 5'10" sophomore.
76 and 33. Real
76, C.J. Gutierrez, 5'10" senior. And what was the other number?
33.
33. That is Austin David, 5'8" freshman. And that comes out to Abdul Kahim.
Got another penalty.
Number 28, Abdul Rahim.
Like 13 got held over there on the edge.
By number 13,
Cody Ballard.
Still able to make the tackle, though.
Looks like 84. Is that Aiden Miller?
Aiden Miller, yeah.
Safety.
Yep, 6'2" freshman.
He's a good-looking athlete.
And so hard to see those numbers.
I believe
23.
I believe Mr.
John David Kilman.
Aiden Miller's dad was one of our better.
Mike Miller.
Yes, Mike was an extremely good football player here. Great athlete and basketball player. Played for his uncle John Tinsley in basketball.
Sure did. And this handoff, that'd be a big pile up at the 20-yard line.
Number 46.
That was
46 on the
Isaac
carry.
Reed once again for Woodford County.
Everybody kind of jumped on the pile there and brought it down.
Third down. Minute and a half to go.
We get 32.
Third down and about
32
Linebacker.
is Caden Murray.
Yep.
5'10" sophomore.
30. I don't think we got 30.
30 is Braden Barren, 5'9" sophomore. Rolling out left's the quarterback for Woodford County. He's on the run, trying to do a little shifty move. Got to the 46-yard line.
That was
picked
Braden.
up quite a bit of yardage there.
That was 30 Braden Barron on the tackle.
Yep.
Pickup of a 9 on the play, though.
50 seconds left in this game.
Bring up a 4th down and 4.
fourth down and about 3 to go. Yellowjackets.
The late Sports Center is on right now.
Yeah.
30.
It's 11:25 Central, 12:25 Eastern.
Might get home to catch the news in California.
30 seconds left.
Check out the hurricane.
Yeah. They're going to have to hurry if they're going to get a snap off.
No, they will not get a snap.
Nope.
Unless they call that a quick snap and kneel. I think they're going to give it to them.
Might as well.
Yeah.
There'll be one more play. They just took a knee, but we will get the ball in downs. Well, that could be 2 more plays. I guess we throw it.
He won't let you.
Might as well.
Kind of follow
give it a shot to the end zone there.
17.3, 37-7, Woodford County. CPC Commodities post-game report coming up. And we'll take another look at the Coca-Cola scoreboard and get all the final scores in that we haven't passed along yet. I'm sure most of them will be posted, except the Greenwood-Warren Central game. Still in progress.
Caverna 51-0 over Shawnee.
And there's a handoff.
That would be Bradshaw.
Yep.
And
Donovan Bradshaw.
And that will do it.
37-7 will be your final score tonight as Woodford County defeats the Barren County Trojans here at the Trojan Trail Turf War. We'll come back, post-game report, straight ahead, right here on 103.7 Nash Icon.